have an option. You know, like I just say to myself, I don't have energy, I don't get paid inside the business. That's it. So for me, energy is no options for good energy. So let's dive into it. First of all, any questions? Because I had a good question about follow-up. Somebody said, how do I follow up? I'll answer yours too as well. How do I follow up with people when I send them over information? Do I send them over all the information? Or do I just give them a little bit of information? What the heck do I do on follow-up? And how many times do I follow up? What do I do on this whole follow-up thing? Number one, first follow-up right after you meet them. Second follow-up. If they don't reply to that, you know what we said? I think it was Ibrahim, right? When we said the best follow-up was right after you meet them. Imagine they don't reply back to Ibrahim and they don't say, well, it was really nice to meet you, Ibrahim, which is 50% of the time the case. The next day you wake up, you send them off a follow-up message, because mine is 1 second, 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, 1 year. If they keep ghosting me, that's my cadence. I have 5 things. If I get ghosted, if I continuously get ghosted, I have a ghosting formula so I don't feel heartbroken. If you don't have one, you will feel heartbroken. You feel like garbage. So the ghosting formula, have one set up. Mine is this, because I think you can create one. Mine is 1 second, 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, 1 year. This is not a buyer, by the way, that is in contact with you. I'm saying a buyer that is poof, disappeared, gone. You see them at a restaurant on social media, but they're gone from they vanish. They don't answer back to the text message. You send them a text message, it says right. That buyer. Okay? 1 second, 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, 1 year. That's my follow-up criteria. So what does 1 second mean? That's the immediate one. Hey Bob, super, just so as long as you guys know you're doing your job. This is called your job in follow-up. Okay? Some salespeople get too I'm an entrepreneur. No, this is your job. This is your DMO when you get daily management objective. Okay? So treat it like a job. Here's my job. Can I do at least what I have to do with this person? So I think follow-up's weird because sometimes we're like, okay, I don't want to message them too much, so I don't want needy. And the other side, you're like, well, I have to message them because then I'm not doing my job. So you're stuck in the middle. So in order to not be stuck in the middle, follow a cadence. 1 second means immediately after. 1 day, hey Bob, good to meet with you yesterday. I found a couple other things based on our discussion that would better suit your needs. Let me know if you're available to chat later on today at 8 p.m. or does 2 p.m. work best for you tomorrow, so I can get on a quick phone call with you to show you some interesting things that I found and some new ideas that I would love for you to have in the back of your pocket for the future. So, should I slow that down? Well, that was easy, right? That was pretty simple. You never follow up if you don't have a new idea, so that's follow-up number 2. Never follow up and just say, well, I'm just following up with you. Never do it. Just don't do it. It's annoying. I hate when people, even like my friends, if they message me and they're like, hey, I hate it. I'll message them, no, okay. I'll message them back something bad. It's the most disrespectful thing for me, as they already know I'm a psychopath, and then they say, hey, it's like, get to it, come on, let's go, buddy. Hey, what's up, man? What do you mean, what's up? Working? That's how it sounds to a buyer. We're like, hey, how are things? What? Don't ever say it to a buyer. Don't ever check in on buyers. You're a consultant, okay? Okay, 1 second, Bob, good meeting you. 1 day. Idea. Okay, I have a couple ideas that will right down your alley that I would love for you to analyze and get your feedback on. Something. Ideas and feedback. People don't like buying your products, people love ideas, okay? So, I have a couple of new ideas that I found based on a conversation yesterday that I think will be right down your alley. Would love to get your feedback and your 2 cents on it. So whenever you need some more information, you have this in the back of your pocket for the future that an investor like yourself has used 2.5 months ago. Whatever their situation is, I'm doing 2 things in that follow-up. I'm sharing an idea, I love ideas, and I'm doing keeping up with the Joneses. Keeping up with the Joneses is bringing their characteristics and or lifestyle and their personality into it of somebody like this. Hey, I have an idea based on our conversation yesterday. You told me I thought of one of my clients that was in the exact same position that took advantage of something. Would love to propose to you both of those ideas. 8 p.m., 2 p.m. Okay. They ghosted you here. They ghosted you here. You're like, Daniel G, your message sucked. Okay, good. Number 1, you got ghosted. Number 2, you got ghosted. Now we're 1 week. What do we say 1 week?
I see that you're reading my messages. Is everything okay?
Okay, brother. Now, is that your significant other with you? Okay. Well, I just had to clarify to ask this. Imagine somebody told that to like a lady. Because sometimes like people, this is life. Like I'm like, imagine a lady was on the fence with a guy. Meaning like, they're not 100%, you know? They don't want 100% commit, right? So it's like, you're like this, you're like, meh. And she doesn't answer 2 messages. And then the 3rd message was like, hey, are you there? Like, what's wrong? Is everything okay? She's like, okay, you just confirmed my decision. I'm not messing you back. Now I really want to ghost you, right? Because now it's just like, you just confirmed the fact of you not being the right person. Because the best energy, right, just keeps it moving forward, right? So I think as because remember, if they were ready to buy, they would message us back. If they were ready to do something, they would message us back. If they wanted to talk, they would say, hey, how are you doing? But I don't believe that's the case. So 1 second, 1 day, 1 week, message them back. Carol, it's Daniel G. I noticed you and I haven't been able to get in contact over the last week and a half. I've been busy myself, right? I'm going to go circle back in to another, this is my last time about pitching a benefit. This is my last one. I'm going to show you guys what I mean by that. It's my last one about pitching the benefit before we have a heartbreak. It's my last shot. So your benefit, whenever your benefit message is, hey, based on what you told me before, I had the 2 new ideas that I'm working on with the client today, so it reminded me of you. That's it. You remind them of the benefit of why they started. Remember, your job is to follow up with people, but you have to sweeten up the pot. They gotta be curious enough to get on, hey, I think this one would save you a little bit more money and put you in the right position. I just proposed it to a client and I didn't want to run past you, and then you say, and I would voice to my client this, and then you call me back a month after and you get mad at me. Right? So I wanted to put this on your forefront, I wanted to put this on your, you know, at the forefront of your head. They ghost you again. Now you have to almost have the heartbreak. Because you can't just, it's over. It was a day, a week, or like a second, a day, a week. And there's a level to almost like respect. So it's, okay, the person's not getting back to me. 1 month, goes into my 1 month follow-up now, at the end of the month. First one, end of the day, end of the week, end of the month. So end of the month, what do I say to somebody? Heartbreak message now. Now it's time we split up, it's over. Okay? I don't believe other agents exist. You do, they don't in my head. Yeah, I'm just going to give you guys that framework. There is no real estate agent in Dubai in my head. You do whatever, but there's, in your head, oh, but there's 1 million agents, and they don't exist. Only they do. Yeah. Your head, there's a lot of competition. My head, forget the agents. Forget the other agents working with you. It is only me. I screwed up. I am the solution and I am the problem. That's it. I don't care about nobody else. They're only working with me. I am the only person, and if I screwed it up, that's it. That's my fault here. Jenna, hey, I'm sitting down right now at my office, and I'm looking at a lot of the clients that I have booked meeting with over the next week. Obviously, you know how the market is right now. It's been going crazy. Investments are great. I'm waiting for my last shot here before we have a heartbreak. But by the way, I've been looking at our messages above. While planning out the next month, I've been looking at our messages above, and I noticed you didn't get back to me. How do I re-engage? If insert benefit, making, if it's like an investor, XYZ on a property right now is not on your target, it's like 17.5%, or whatever the benefit was of doing something, right? Hey, by the way, if transitioning right now to a new property that's going to give you more space, whatever their qualification and benefit was, I'm inserting right now. If getting XYZ on your 1 year, or if securing a great is not on your priority list right now, let me know by the end of today so I can cancel on your file and move on to this project with a few new clients that want to take advantage of it. No worries, just let me know by the end of today, so I don't have to reach back out to you. It's my last message. If XYZ is not on your priority list, let me know by the end of today. If I don't hear back from you, don't worry, I won't reach back out to you this year, but I hope everything goes successful. But if it is, let me know. That's my last message for the year. That's it. It's done. I re-engage with one more benefit. That message usually gets another 20 to 30% of people, because if you don't tell people it's over, they think they can ghost you forever. That's already 4 ghosts. That's enough. You're done. You got ghosted 4 times. It's over. So this one, if they don't know that there's an end, they just think, well, this person will just follow up with me every single week, right? There's already, and this is not an email, by the way, guys. I'm saying this is personal. This is a personal message that you had a personal relationship with. You show them the listing. This is not an email where you're sending over value, right? It's your job if you want to keep them in the pipeline and send them over the value. So what does 1 year mean? 1 year means 1 year, January 1st to January 14th. That's it. Anybody in prospecting, since prospecting should be a game, there is no dead meeting. I prospect for my January 1st list. So if you guys never heard me say this before, I think January 1st to the 14th should be our highest sales days. However, contrary, every sales organization has their worst sales months in the beginning of the year. And I don't know about you guys, but we're in an investing market, and from the 1st to the 14th, everybody wants to make more money. And if you created this game inside of your head where you're like, you know what, let's just put it on my January 1st to 14th list. Then on January 1st, like you want to grow this list as big as possible, that when you got ghosted by everybody, let me just go on my January 1st to 14th list. Why? Sales is about changing. You change somebody from one home to another home. You change their investments from one investment to another investment. That's our job as salespeople. The problem is, people don't like changing. Nobody likes to change. But sales is about changing, one perspective to another perspective. My job is to change your perspective to another perspective. Humans don't like to do that though. If I tell you, hey, by the way, why is your goal $50,000 a month? You've already had a $5,000 day, your goal should be $150,000. You want to change. I get it. It's going to take a while. But when can I strike if human beings want to change? Human beings, everybody wants to do 2 things. In January 1st to 14th, lose more weight, make more money. That's it. It's like everybody's just on an annual reset. All right, gotta lose more weight, make more money. 14th, 15th. The reason why I say 1st to 14th because everybody's goals are done after the 15th. It's like, oh, okay, forget about it. Next year, right? So strike while the iron's hot. I have this joke of like I've never yet closed, but never yet had it. $1 million a day in profit, cash collected. But I'm like, if I ever do have it, it'll be right here. Why? Because human beings want to lose more weight and make more money. I do one of them. I help people make more money. So I should be right there. I should have a list like every single time somebody says no and they ghost me. All right, perfect. Put you on my January 1st. Let's go. Because I'm going to follow up with you January 1st. Carol, how are you? It's Daniel. She just want to wish you off a happy and prosperous new year. I know last year we were talking about an investment back in March. I was looking back at my files. We were talking about making you a little bit more money. I don't know if making money in 2026 is still on your priority list. But if there's anything, we'd love to share you with a couple of new ideas. But aside from that, happy New Year's, wish you and your family all the blessings. That's it. And you just send out that message. Curate a message to every single person. December 31st, there's no party, there's no nothing. Because January 1st to the 14th, you don't sleep. You follow up with everybody that wants to make more money. So I have this game inside of my head. From the 1st to the 14th, I'm going to be the person to send out everybody a New Year's message. And it's not going to be wish you and your family blessings. If you're looking to buy or sell a home in 2025, quit! Like you're not like, man, and then you complain, then just quit the business. Why would you send that to me? I hate it. I hate that. But just wish blessings to you and your family. If you're looking to buy or sell, keep me in mind of your agent. Thanks for not caring about me and not your business. Instead of saying, Carol, wish you and your families a blessings in 2025. Last March, we had a discussion around XYZ property. A lot of people taking advantage of it. I knew it wasn't on your priority list last year. But I don't know if making money is still on your priority list this year. This is what's happening in the marketplace. We'd love to share you some ideas based on new family homes. came up. Again, just want to wish you and your families blessings. Let me know if you want to stay in contact tomorrow. We can jump with the phone call. Give me a second. That's it. Listen, hi. Golden rule, don't talk at people, talk to people. Don't talk at people, talk to people, right? Broadcast messages, sure, they're great. But like, how much of your business can be automated and how much of your business can be personal? Like, I will never, at least for me, I'm never gonna message back somebody that says a copy paste message, Happy New Year. I'll never message them back. Thank you for the thought, for the whole crowd, but it wasn't for me. This was just for the crowd. I don't feel good. That's my get goes 5-step cadence. Yours could be different, but as long as I know where I stand, right? And I don't care about telling somebody, hey, by the way, I'm not going to message you for the remaining of the year. I'm still going to message you, sure. But that's the point. Like, that's the point of, your business team has to be split up almost 80-20. And the other is, the phrase principle when they say 80-20. At least for agents, 80 to 20 means 80 is on active activities, 20% is on passive activities. Passive activities is creating a reel. That's passive. That's not working on your business. So you have to differentiate what's my passive activities and what's my active activities. Passive is this. Create a reel about an open house or on social media and do this. That's passive. That's not active, by the way. That's a passive task. Why? Because it's not guaranteed. That's passive. Going online and updating somebody on a live stream, that's passive. Active is calling a lead, that's active. Shaking a hand, that's active. Following up, that's active. Presenting, that's active. So you have to say, okay, where's 20% and 80% of my time spent, right? That's active. And then after, when that's done, I'm like, okay, well, now I gotta do a passive task, which is go on social media and make a video, and hopefully that they see it or a case like that too as well. But your 20% cannot be missed out on, because I think so many people are lopsided. You'll see agents where they're like, they'll just go full active, or they'll just go full passive. Does it make sense? A lot of people will be like 90% passive, which is like, I'll just make a whole bunch of reels, and then just hopefully it goes viral. And some people will be so active that they have no passive business. You have to create a source of passive business to make sense. Whether it's automation, video content, something that can be passive inside your business, where eventually if you make a reel, it can go viral, somebody can like it, it can get you leads, etc. But I'm going to play the both game. I'm never going to be like this or that. I'm always going to play both. I hate agents that are like, oh, this is all I do. Have you tried both? Because this might work out for you too as well. And that's where your hidden money might be. All right, is there another situation with this follow-up?
Yes. Can I?
Go ahead, yes you can.
This is not working.
Go ahead.
So, where do I get the opportunity for growth in this? Not knowing what I'm doing wrong. Is there a way you can get a feedback, knowing what you're doing wrong? Why did you lose them so it doesn't keep happening to you?
Oh, okay, yeah. So you're saying, why are we getting ghosted on those?
Yeah. Maybe something is wrong with me and I don't know what I don't know.
So, sales is the balance between being interested in their best interest, because if you're not, you will get ghosted, and I'll tell you why you'll get ghosted. You'll always be annoying. If you cannot be interested in people's best interest, that is your wrong flow right there, because you will just follow up to follow up. Hey, I'm just checking in. Hey, I'm just following up to see if you're ready to get started. That's annoying. So I can differentiate wrong from right there. Hey, by the way, how are you today? Did you take a look at the documents that they took a look at it? You see what I mean there? Or no? They've already looked at it. They've looked at the price, they've seen the documents, they've seen everything. And why I've said I can see that rep genuinely didn't care is because they don't know any of their priorities or anything that's important to them, so they can't keep every conversation interesting enough. The only thing when you say, am I following up, I don't know if I'm doing my job, well, on the ending of it, your job is always to keep it interesting enough for them to show up to the next meeting. But how do we keep it interesting enough if we don't know what's on their priority list? Just like buyers, you either navigate the sale or the buyer navigates the sale, right? So I shopped in New Home, it was about 4 months ago. I'm in South Florida. All my friends sell my real estate in Canada, so I don't know a lot of real estate agents in South Florida. So I asked one person, well, I know them because I trained them, so I'm like, oh, come here, I have to ask. Now my students in my programs, hey, can you sell me a home? Boom, boom, boom. So I'm going out, home to home to home to home. 2 months in, I'm seeing an apartment that I don't want to be in. I want to be in a home. I don't want to be in my apartment anymore. I fire one agent, next agent, fire the next agent. Well, I haven't even hired them yet. I'm just making them. They want to get hired. I'm like, dude, you're going to show me what I need to show them. I'm not hiring you, blah, blah, blah. Show me the home. I want to find the home. Boom, fire one, fire two, fire three, fire four. Meaning I'm not contacting them back. You suck. Next person. And then finally, Steve, my videographer, we're sitting in this home. He said, oh, this is it. Buy the home? I'm like, what do you mean? I'm videographer. Get this video. He said, this is the home. Buy the home. The agent, like, shocked. Oh, yeah, this is the home. He's like, dude, how do we do it today? Like I'm like, Steve, man, buying real estate is not like 4 seconds. Just chill. It's not cash. We need to get all the forms, the documents, approvals, etc. He's like, yeah, just do it now. Can we sign for it now? I'm like, Steve, this is also my money, not yours, brother. I'm like, well, so how much is the mortgage? Steve's like, bro, just buy this one. Shut up. I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? He's like, dude, this is your home. This is it. He's like, I'm not even tired of looking at homes. He's like, this is your home. I'm like, why? Boom, boom, boom. Like, Steve sells me on my priority list. He's like, it has this, it has this, it has this. He's like, it has the pool, it has the water, and it has the open entrance when you walk in. This is your home. But what else do you want? I'm like, oh, right. Agent looks at Steve. Steve looks at me. He's like, Steve just smiles. Like, bye. I'm like, oh. I'm looking at the agent like, dude, why couldn't you do that for a month? I'm like, why didn't you just be Steve? Every agent let me lead the sale. And what that means by leading the sale was because they didn't know what was on my priority list, I distracted them. Every single listing, I distracted them. I'm a distracted buyer, of course. You got Daniel G, the most ADD, give me a label, I got it. I'm going in there and I'm like, why are the floors like not like this marble? I started talking about quartz countertops. I mean, quartz countertop. I'm like, hey, man, the countertops, can they be like 6 inches deep? He's like, that would kill the deal. Steve comes in, he's like, dude, you wanted the staircase? You want the open thing? You want the pool back there? He's like, this is your house, what else do you want? And I said, if a salesperson doesn't know the priority list, the buyer will always navigate them. Why? Because they can never go back and be like, hey, John, I know you want X, Y, Z, but the pool, the staircase, and this, isn't this what you want, or is it something else on your priority list? Buyers, if you keep letting them string you on, you think they will convince you of the most perfect home purchase, especially if it's for sale. They will convince you out of it. You'll be like, I have to find the perfect home for this person. It doesn't exist. I know you think it does. 1 in a billion. There's a priority list, and as long as that priority list gets checked off, you have to ask in the beginning stages, what's important to you when you move? What is the most important things? Have you ever done an A, B, and C with a client? What's a must? What's a maybe? And what would just be like the home swinger on top? Like A, B, and C. And once you meet like, if that's like 9 of them, it's like boom, 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 Jim. Here's what you want. I think we found what's on your priority list. Most people, they try to go outside their priority list and then they lose everything and they gotta wait another year. So Steve just knew my hot buttons. So as sales reps, sometimes if we don't follow up on hot buttons, we lose. Right? So it's like, it's important to circle back on the hot button. Yeah, I guess just genuinely caring. It's like the best follow-up sequence for a client. I have to go through your conversations to see where inside the conversation, if I were to watch you for like an hour, I'd say, oh, right here is the data you could pull out. Right here is where you could have been a little bit more firm with it. Right here, you could have asked them, hey, are you looking for perfect or are you looking for better? You could have said that right there. Like, don't worry about, like, I think sometimes with agents, what kills salespeople is we're scared to lose a deal. It's like you're scared to be real with somebody. So you're like, I don't want to say it because I don't want, they're not your customer, they haven't paid you yet. Listen again, they haven't paid you yet, they're not your customer. By being truthful and honest is always the best route. One more time, they are not your customers. You can never lose a customer that you never had. Be truthful, be honest, be real. They will respect it more than leaving things out of the deal. My number 1 line in sales is this: I am good regardless. Whether you say yes or no to me, I'm going to get mine. how did I come on stage? I'm like, I don't care if you guys don't like me. I'll make money in the morning. And I feel that in my heart, like I genuinely don't care. If you don't like me, I don't go to bed and oh my God. I just wake up in the morning and get to work, knowing I'm just being my true, honest self. That's it. I am who I am. And if I have to tell a buyer, hey, Mr. or Mrs. Buyer, are you looking for perfect or are you looking for better? Because if you're looking for perfect, it might take a year and a half to 20 to never. But if you're looking for better than what you currently have, here's A, here's B, here's C. The reason why people lose inside of real estate is because they look for perfect and they don't look for better. Real estate is a transaction from better to better to better to better to better. That's it. Don't be scared to tell people the honest truth inside of real estate. And by the way, it does not take you 7 years to be real. It just takes a decision. You will not lose a customer that you never had. If they're not buying from you, you can't screw it up. Don't worry about it. I like that girl. Go tell her. Wow, man, dude. She's not, you're gonna, if you don't go up there, you still date yourself tonight. You don't lose her. You don't lose a client. I don't care. Say whatever you want. It's better than nothing. Say the truth. Just be real with your clients. Because sometimes with being genuine with them and then circling back, like I think a very tactical salesperson can have a conversation with a client and it goes like this. Okay, so like, what do you need? Why do you need it? Where do you want to go? You're showing them a home, you're talking to them, and then you say, wait, Barbara, stop. You told me something 3.5 minutes ago where you said you wanted this, this, and this. Can I ask you a question? Why the Mac Hills or why JBR? Personally, in my interest, I don't think that's the best for you right now. I just want to go back to it. Why? Because number one, it showed that I was active listening. Number two, it shows that I'm in their best interest. You know what sales reps do? They just go, yes, 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 and they just nod their head. And it's just a very wide conversation. Why means you just ask questions, you present it, you give them the information. A real sales rep that has always got my business did this, 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 this. Daniel, you told me this. Why? And then goes deep. And then they figure it out. And then something goes on in Daniel G's head where he's like, finally somebody that actually cares. They went deep instead of going wide. And they just gave me the truth about it. They'll remember you quicker than anybody that says yes to them. They'll remember you. All right, next question. Go ahead. Guys, there was 5 people that had questions. So please ask me them now because it can benefit somebody else maybe that's inside of the audience. Go ahead and agree. Yes. Okay, so Ibrahim basically said, what is the process for changing your identity? Because in the beginning I started to say, you can have great confidence, but with the wrong identity, you'll make the same income. You can have a great opportunity, like we're in right now, with the wrong identity, you'll have low income compared to somebody else, but you're in a golden opportunity, right? Like you can get amazing leads, etc. So you sell based off your identity. Your identity is your past beliefs, future beliefs, and disbeliefs, past beliefs, and disbeliefs. That's your identity, right? So how do you change it? The first strategy I gave you, and I didn't want to say 4 years on it, because some people are like, oh, I don't want the rah-rah, the motivation of the identity, I'm just okay, da, 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 da. So I'm like, all right, let me pass by it, because I don't want to stick with you for 4 hours and talk about identity. How do you change it? Number one, the first one is a decision. So as cliche as the word is, it's how many times have I made a decision to act on a new identity? So imagine you said, imagine you said my new identity is, for anything, even just on like a personal side, like changing the identity. Think of somebody that has been out of shape for a while. What do they identify as? Being out of shape. They're like, well, this is just me, this is normal, this is who I am, right? So anything slightly against the grain, it's like, whoa, 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 no, I'm supposed to be like this because I've been it for so long. Identity is formed in so many areas of your life. Your weight and your health, your income. By the way, if you stay in the same income for a year to 2 years, you just formed an identity. That's just who you are. So if your income is $10,000 a month, guess what gets you excited? A $5,000 extra increase in bonus that month. If somebody's working 9 to 5 and then somebody gives them, here's an extra $1,000, the person could be like, what? Because it's so out of their identity. They're like, that much extra, thank you so much. Because if the longer you hover at something, the longer it becomes your identity. So for me, I'm always looking, hey, what have I been hovering in a lot, and is there a way I can break it? So a fast break is making a decision. A decision means this. It's almost saying like, can I test myself on something fast that I can do right now that I can see the feedback when it injured me. So for example, if it's, I don't know, if it's weight, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna lose weight. I'm like, wait, it's not how long it's gonna take me to lose weight, it's how long I'm gonna make the decision to do the first thing that makes me lose weight. That's how an identity gets broken. So an identity gets broken on the length of the decision. So who doesn't lose weight? This person. Sure. I'm gonna lose weight. All right, let's start it next Monday. Your identity's not gonna break. I'm gonna lose weight. I have my shoes on. I'm gonna go run right now outside. Boom. Your identity will change. Why? Because you will see the action doesn't provide any negative feedback. If the human being does not experience negative feedback, then we'll do it again. So usually, nothing. It doesn't take a while. That's what I'm saying. The identity is broken once you don't experience any negative feedback from that action. It would be physically impossible. I tell people to go work out and then feel bad about yourself. You can't do it. It's impossible. So anything that you say you're set out to do, you shorten the timeline of the time frame of you getting something done. So for example, most people, they bask in an identity, I'm going to give you one, of procrastination. Have you guys ever been there? Of procrastinating something? So I said to myself one day, I'm like, okay, this was about 3 years ago. I was a procrastinator. Maybe you guys have been there where you have self-doubt, you procrastinate, and you self-sabotage. Do you guys understand what that is? Like you shoot yourself in the own foot. It's why you're not good enough. You constantly know you should be doing things. So one day I said, well, let me just make a decision that I am not a procrastinator. How did I do it? I was driving to the studio. I said, what are the things that I take the time on? How do I compress the time frame? If I compress the time frame, I know I'll get positive feedback. So where did I do it on? I went into the studio one day. I was really bad at making content. It was horrible. Like, to make content, I don't know, maybe some of you guys are like this. You need to do something. You're like, okay, it took me like 4 hours to do a task that should have taken me like 10 minutes. I would procrastinate like that. So I said, guys, we're going to the studio. We're going to go in. We're going to film for 15 minutes. I'm going to get these 8 videos done, and then we're going to get out of here. But it has to be done within 15 minutes. I went in the studio. I created all 8 videos in 15 minutes. My identity got shattered in about 4 hours with content. I'm like, the time in which you give yourself to do something, you will take up the whole time frame. I said, if time management, if I can get the rule of time management, is the less time you give yourself, the more you will start to see, wow, how much I can get done within an hour. It's just that human beings give themselves all day or all month. My brain unlocking new level, like, wow, guys, we don't have to, usually when we're in the studio, we take 4 hours to create like 8 videos. I'm like, we just went in there, 3-4 minute videos in 15 minutes. The time in which I give myself, I will take up that whole time frame. So in identity breaking, I say, so what's your goal? And they say, well, I want to, hit $20,000 and then I'm good, do it by the first week. Why? Because I think you gave yourself too much time to hit the goal, so you'll never be genuinely able to see what you're able to achieve as a human being. You're giving yourself too much time, but if you gave yourself a week, you would do it. Shorten the time frame of whatever has to be happening. So if, let's say for the end of the day, okay, this was my goal by the end of the day, by 8 p.m., do it by 2. Because once your brain experiences, oh, I can do it, it will never go back to regular form. Does it make sense? So if time management-wise, shorten the cycle of whatever you want to achieve. So that's how a breakthrough happens inside your brain. You have to realize that it doesn't provide you any negative feedback. All right, next question. That's one way, but there's so many ways that I've worked on it. Go ahead. Yes, go ahead. Yes. Investors?
Prospect, basically. Prospect them.
How do you approach them? How do you approach them?
Oh, how do I approach people?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not good at categorizing people. I'm just like everybody and anybody. Because like I don't prospect up, I don't prospect down. Everybody gets treated the same. Molly the maid gets treated like a millionaire. Like that's just my formula to life. I don't ever try to think of wealthy people. I don't like it. I don't know why. I just never, in my head, I'm always treating it all equal because you don't know that when I say the maid has a billionaire uncle or whatever the case is, I just don't know. So I don't psych myself on to be like, I'm on and now I'm off. I'm on and now I'm off. I'm just on 24/7. So when the billionaire comes in, I don't treat the billionaire and I'm not treating you any different because you're wealth. I don't care. I genuinely don't care. I'd rather treat the person that works harder than the billionaire that's already good right now. So I don't try to have this game inside of my head being like, hey, this person acts different. Let me size this person up. My brain's gonna go into a form that it doesn't know who I'm being now. It doesn't. Your subconscious mind is a repetitive form of actions, right? So now if you walk in and you're like, okay, I gotta be something different, you just won't do it. Because now you know you gotta be like somebody else, so you have to network or talk or prospect differently. Right? I don't know how to talk to a billionaire, and I don't know how to talk to somebody that makes $5 an hour. I just talk to everybody. So I don't psych myself out. Because think of what some people do. They psych themselves out. So they're like, that person's like this, so I gotta talk differently. You won't even do it because your subconscious brain just keeps you, it just wants to keep you safe. So if your job as your brain is to keep you safe, and now you know you gotta be something different, your brain's gonna be like, don't do that thing. Don't call him that person. Right? Bob! I'm gonna say if they energy, how you doing? You guys are brilliant, don't care. Right? No, I guess my networking or my prospecting formula, it just always realized every single human being wears a sign on their head saying, I wish somebody understood me, I wish somebody made me feel better, and I wish somebody could give me another opportunity. So if I see that, I can approach everybody the same, right? And humans are humans. So, and because every billionaire wears a sign on their head, or billionaire wears a sign on their head saying, I wish somebody understood me. And I know that, right? So I don't look at them any different. And the best, wait, let me give you guys a quick tip here, and I'll move on to the next question. Never prospect based off your own bank account. So this is a huge tip for you about identity. This is going to tie back into it. A lot of us get capped because we stare at our bank account of who we are, and it crushes us to sell people above us. Because we're like, there's no way, like, if there was one thing that I had to level up from, it's never prospect and have the energy based on my own bank account. Because like your bank account might have 77,000 dirhams or 770,000, and the guy might have $1 billion. But I always prospected off my thought process of like, they don't know my bank account, number one. They don't. Only I do. Because your wins and your losses, your bank account is only inside of your own head. If you guys don't know from negative $17 million, I'm not. I pay taxes. It's heavy. That's all I'm here. But you would never know. Because I don't sell based off that thought. And by the way, the only way to get out of your bank account is to probably sell other people that have more funds than you sometimes. So I'm never thinking like, I know the only way I can go from a 7-figure monthly income to 8-figure monthly income inside of the business is sell people that might have 8 figures, so never be scared about selling it, right? Because remember, you're the expert in your field, they're the expert in engineering, they're the expert in architecture, however they got rich, in business, in producing printings or bottle caps. That's their expertise, but you're the real estate expert, so I lead with the expertise, I don't lead with my bank account. Because if you're leading with your bank account, you'll never get to another level of income. You never will, because you'll always sit in your bank account and be like, yeah, but I'm not good as that person. They don't know and they don't care. They don't care. They don't know. This is the best part about it. None of you guys know about my past strokes or past wins or my bank account. I will never lead with it. You're gonna lead, I'm gonna lead like I'm an expert. They don't, the beauty about sales is nobody knows what you go through inside of life. And they don't know if you just lost all your money. Right? So, yeah, maybe that answers your question a little bit more. All right, next question. Go ahead. Here, this is your third question. $5, please. Somebody has to pay for the honey.
Okay. I'm gonna make it really quick.
Go ahead.
Right. So let's agree that real estate is not an easy job.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And of course, all of us have responsibilities, commitments, and other issues. So my question for you: how do you switch and to have full focus on your work and separate yourself from any other issues like personal, family, commitments, whatever? How do you switch?
Okay, good question. 2 parts. One, I realize presence is the highest form of energy. So from a very not to go spiritual, but from a very energetical level, like we sell based on energy, right? Like not, and I'm not saying energy like, come on, like yelling. I'm saying like off the internal enthusiasm, that you believe in something, that you're smiling, that you study the product, that you're enthusiastic about your business. The only way you can be enthusiastic about something is if you're present, right? It's the only way. So if I know my business, like I said in the beginning, it's a non-negotiable. Energy is a non-negotiable for me. That means in order to be in a high energy state, I have to be in a high presence state. Presence means, because when presence is high, energy is the highest, right? Like right now, I'm very present with everybody. That means I'm not thinking about what I gotta do or what I just did. So I'm very present with everybody. Like, and to the point where I don't even think about like the worst thing that happened 4 hours before this. I don't think, because I know, why can I get in a present state to answer your question? I know half of the stuff that I had anxiety about, or I was fearful about, or I had something negative about, will probably be healed if I can get in a present state, sell a person, feel better, and heal all my problems. And I convinced myself of that. I said the problems that I have in life can probably be healed if I learn how to be present. If I learn how to be present, I'll have higher energy. If I have higher energy, I'll close the deal. If I close the deal, it can solve that issue right there. Number one. Two, I just try not to get at war with myself. So I'll give you opposite action of that is most people think that their life is hard. Real estate is hard. You led with it. You're like, real estate is hard. Really? I don't know. But maybe to you, but like not to, I can say the same thing. I can say, you know, speaking on stages and traveling and all this, it's hard. But inside of my head, I say, well, we all go through the same events, just in different detail. So obviously the CEO, like, we think they don't have stress, or we think that, like, you know, there's no problems inside of life. I say, wow, they're so good at the filter, instead of being so good at the dealing, they're so good with dealing inside of here. Most people that are amateurs always try to deal with the physical. People that are professionals at keeping their presence still, they are so good at the internal filtering. So if you don't believe me, go look at a president of a country. I'm going to nail this in the coffin. Let's look at like Donald Trump, whether you like him or not. I'm not even going into politics. I'm just going to give you guys an example. Think of this, right? In America, like 50% of people hate their president and love the president. It's like very like strong, right? So a lot of countries, like 50% of people love it, 50% of people hate it. And I look at these people like, wow. Why? Because imagine going to give a speech to the country. 50% of the people you wake up in the morning hate your guts. You know, like some people tap into business like, oh yeah, like I got this comment, I'm answering a comment. This guy went to go speak, or this lady went to go speak with knowing they got 45,000 comments, they woke up with 150,000 emails, and outside their house was a protest. And they went on stage, and they spoke with faith and hope for the country. And sometimes myself, I'm like, yo, does this guy not read his comments? Like, does Trump not read his comments? I'm like, there's no way. And then I said, wow, the ability to filter out the noise and the signals is probably like the most highest paid task in the world. I said, that's why they're president, because they can filter out noise, and they can filter out reality. Noise, reality. Noise, literal noise, and reality. So I say, how many of my problems inside of life is noise, and how much of it is reality? How much of it is noise that I've all probably created inside of my own head? You look at presence, it's energy, right? I said presence is energy. If you look at a human being, their energy is low, and they're like, why is this guy such high energy? I'm like, because I'm not at war with myself throughout the day in my mind. The person that requires so much relaxation, meditation. I love meditation, great, cool, amazing. But I said, you probably are trying to get away from your own mind throughout the day. And do you know what yoga means? It means a state of peacefulness in the inner mind, right? So imagine I said to somebody, like, what a failed life if you're at war with yourself throughout the whole day, and then you gotta go for a break and then go meditate. I said that means you have a bad internal process inside of your head. Everything is an argument, or it's bad and it's negative self-doubt. It's always, this is hard, this person, I'm gonna lose this money. I'm like, you gotta change the way you talk to yourself, because everything's war inside of your own head. I said, if you you were peaceful throughout the day, you'd have more energy because you'd be more present. So it's not what comes from natural, it's how you filter it out. What's noise, what's real. And the other thing is, if you want to get to that state, on a problem solving, on a very personal level, so you might not be in a position of leadership with a team, but you're in a position of leadership with your business and yourself and your family. So how do you become a better, because leaders are just good problem solvers. You don't get paid in life for working hard and being smart. That's complete nonsense. Why? Because then we'd all be billionaires, because we all work hard. And there's geniuses in the room that don't make as much money as the CEO. The CEO just does one thing better than anybody else, solves a bigger problem. We didn't get taught that in school. Somebody said, work harder, you're going to get the most money in real estate. No, you just become a better problem solver. And work ethic and being smart, like, if I go into like a sales office, you have one manager just saying, understand the process. Another person's like, just contact all your leads. And then people are like, okay, which one? Well, first of all, it's both. Because work ethic and skills and understanding is just your equalizer in the marketplace. It is not your competitive advantage. Being smart and being a workhorse does not make you more money. I just hope you guys understand that. I'm a workaholic. I'm addicted to work. I'm very smart inside my business, but it's not what makes me the best. What makes you the best is solving a bigger problem than somebody can left and right of you and having more responsibility. That's what when you up your level of pay. How many problems have I solved throughout the day, personally and for my clients? Solving problems, right? Most people, it's like 0 to 1. A CEO's probably done 10. So that's why they get paid more. But work ethic and skills is just your equalizer. That just gives you the swing at bat. So how then because nobody has ever taught us you get paid in proportion to the problems that you solve. That was never taught to us. So the question now becomes, well, how do I become a better problem solver? That's the new question, because it's not how do I work harder? How do I become a better problem solver? 3 things. Number 1, problems come to you, problems end at you. That's stage 1. So I have to think about this 24/7, because all our life is not what problems are going to be thrown at us. It's going to be thrown at us. It's just how you filter it and how you internalize it and how you, this is it. Problems come at you, problems end at you. Problems come to you, problems end at you. Which feeds into number 2, never tell your problems to somebody who can't solve them. Which feeds into number 3, your problem is not common. I mean, your problem is very common. It's not rare. 3 things about a problem. Ready for this? If anything happens inside of your life. Number 1, a problem comes to me, a problem ends at me. Number 2, a problem is never shared with somebody who can't solve my problem, because then I'm looking for a shoulder to complain. Like, people, I think people inside of life, like, they want to help people with a problem, so they be like, oh, yeah, me too. I don't want it. I don't want nobody. Listen, there's 2 things that I hate inside of life. I hate people cheering me on, and I hate people saying, it's okay, don't worry. Both, like, get out of sales if that's what you need. Elon Musk wrote this line, if you need encouragement, lead business. I hate when people tell me you're doing a good job. Thanks, I already know. That's a winner's mindset. Like a winner, thanks, yeah, we have a good life. These are our results. I hate it because we're adults. I don't need somebody to tell me, hey, you're doing a good job. Come on. I hate that. I hate motivation. I like discipline. Like, I like to wake up, but I don't like somebody, and I also don't like somebody like, oh, don't worry about it. I don't ever want to hear that line. I'm the type of person who will never share my problems with somebody that can't solve them. I'm also the type of person that never wants positive feedback from somebody else on my results from that. Car I drive, the bank we have, the house we live in, that's all I need. But that's not validation enough. I need somebody to be like, come on, man, good job. I know, thank you. I got it. Right? And it's even from a personal level, like, I don't care. Like, when somebody said, like, I remember once I had this conversation about, we were on the conversation in my office about, hey, who do you want as a wife? And everybody had these criteria points. Like, all my sales guys were like, well, I need my wife to support me in business, to build a business. And I'm like, I don't care about any of that. They're like, well, what do you mean? I'm like, dude, whatever my wife wants to do, she can do, but I don't give up about her supporting me. They're like, wait, what, dude? I'm like, I don't really care. I'm like, she's not my business consultant.